welcome to Cross My Heart Ministry. I want to thank you for stopping by. I'm Laura McFarland. I'm the director of Cross My Heart, and on Mondays we offer a segment that we call Martha Monday. We get in the kitchen, we offer a recipe, a household organizational tip, something to help you keep your home running well or keep it clean or keep it organized. Before I jump in and share today's recipe, I want to mention a couple of other free items that our ministry offers at no charge to you every single month. First of all, our Write the Word bookmark. Many of you have enjoyed this handy tool that gets you into the Word of God on a little theme every single month. We just finished up the month of January where we had verses that included the word new, and now our word for February is the word heart. What could be more appropriate? It's the month of Valentine's Day. Every verse, 28 of them for the month of February, all include the word heart. It's very simple. You download your own free copy. The link is below. You get a journal and you just look up that verse and write it out. Write it in a journal. As you read it and as you write it, you're probably going to read through that verse 4 or 5 times in the process of writing it. And as you do that, it slows you down and allows the Spirit of God to take the Word of God and stir up your heart to perhaps see something new in a familiar verse, or just digest a verse that you've never seen before. If you go on over to crossmyheartministry.com and subscribe to our blog, on Sundays you'll get a monthly devotional where I choose one of the verses on the list and we send you a little devotional. So you get some of my thoughts lifted right out of the pages of my journal on one of these verses. You can also go over to crossmyheartministry.com, and again, the link is below. Download our free do-a-list. This is just a handy one-page tool to help you over the course of a few days get your home organized. Takes the thinking out of what to do so you can just check the box and do it and get on to more important things and have your house managed and in order. Also wanted to mention that we had a little promo. We wanted to give away a journal. All I ask you to do is leave me a comment below under this video and say, I shared it. And so whether you share this video or you just text a friend and tell her about our YouTube channel, we're just trying to get the word out. And who better to do that than you, our faithful viewers. So we started mentioning that in January, and I'm sure a few of you did that because we saw a few new subscribers added to our YouTube channel, but I'm not seeing any comments in the comments section that say I shared it, and I really want to give away the journal. So if you've reached out to a friend privately through a Facebook message, through a text message, through a phone call, through an email, and shared it with a friend or two, or if you've done that publicly and you've put it on your Instagram or on your Facebook or someplace on social media, it's the honor system. You don't have to tag us. It's totally okay, ever how you want to do that. Just let us know that you've shared it, and then we have a couple of these journals that we would like to give away. So there's that. It's not too late to jump in and have a journal to help you stay organized in the new year. There's also a link below to the video where I introduced at the beginning of the year how I use a journal and how I make that work for me to not only keep up with my appointments, but help me tackle my to-dos and stay on top of those. Okay, enough housekeeping. Let's get on with today's recipe. Since it is Valentine's week, I thought I would share a little Valentine recipe. Now, many of you probably love to give sweets to your sweetie on Valentine's Day. Some of you go out and buy that candy in a box, a big heart-shaped or a Valentine kiss or whatever, and that's great. But sometimes making something yourself just sort of steps it up a little bit. Lets those that you love know how much you care because you took the time to make it yourself. Often we think about the sugar cookie, right? A sugar cookie recipe is great to pull out, but it's also a lot of work. I have a couple of delicious sugar cookie recipes that I often make at Valentine's or Christmas, but they just take so much time. You have to mix up the batter and then chill it and then roll it out, cut them out, bake them, let them cool, and then ice them and decorate them. And so I just decided I don't have time for that this year. So maybe next year I'll share one of those sugar cookie recipes. But for today, I wanted to share something super duper easy with you. I'm calling this cake mix cookies because a cake mix is the basic ingredient in these cookies. Now, how can it be more simple than this? only 3 ingredients. That's right, 3 ingredients to make our cake mix cookies. We're going to start off with a cake mix. We're going to add 1 egg. I've already got that here. And then we're going to do some whipped topping. You can use Cool Whip. I opted for the store brand because, you know, me always trying to do things the economical way. I'm going to just get my ingredients dumped in here. I'm going to let my little KitchenAid mixer do the work for me. And we're going to see how these work out. Give them a go. See if I can get this open without grabbing. Let me grab a knife. Should have had my scissors out and ready, but I forgot. I got this recipe from my friend Sandy, who got it from another friend, and she tells me they are delicious. In fact, she shared one with me over the Christmas holidays, and I couldn't believe how deliciously moist they were. And when I heard that they only had 3 ingredients, I sort of made a note to myself, wow, that sounds super easy and really sounds like something that our viewers for Cross My Heart would really enjoy getting to try. So there, I've got the cake mix, I've got the egg, 2/3 of the way there, ladies, and now I'm just going to open up my whipped topping. This had been in the freezer. I put it in the refrigerator so that it wouldn't be frozen, but it is chilled. Going to dump all that in here now, and that is it. So I have all my ingredients in there already. Let me get what's on the lid, not waste any of it. So we're good to go. I'm going to set this aside. I've got my dough hook on my mixer. I'm going to put that down, lock it in place, lock and load. Here we go, and there we go. So I've got the oven preheating at 350, and while this is mixing a little bit, let me just talk a little bit about why I chose the cake mix that I chose. So I did pick a red velvet cake mix, seems appropriate for Valentine's Day, but because it's a cake mix recipe, you can use any cake mix. You can use lemon, you can use chocolate, you could use a white cake mix. In fact, I was thinking with St. Patrick's Day coming up, you could do a white cake mix, drop in a little drop or 2 of green food coloring, and voila, you've got St. Patrick's Day cookies. So you can use your imagination. It would be fun to do them for the 4th of July or some sort of patriotic holiday. It'd be fun to do them for Easter. I'm sure you can come up with all sorts of fun things. So let me see how this is coming. It looks like it's mixing together pretty easily. I'm going to wipe down the sides here to make sure that all my dry ingredients are getting mixed in here. All my dry ingredients, my one dry ingredient, that cake mix. So it's looking really pretty with the red. It's going to look very festive. I'm going to give that another little whirl, let that get good and mix together. Now I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit. I told you only 3 ingredients, but I'm actually going to use 4 in a way because I'm going to roll these in a little bit of powdered sugar. I think that just might make them look really pretty on the plate. So I'm going to put out a little bit of wax paper. I'm going to get out just a little bit of powdered sugar and sprinkle this here, and then get my little cookie balls and roll them in here. So we'll get all these good to go, and we'll see how it goes. I was curious to see if the dough would be thick or thin or what that might look like. So let's just give it a whirl and see. I am sort of the guinea pig with you on this one. I've never made these myself, so this is kind of my first time as well. It does seem a little thick, but that's okay. I think they're going to hold together well. You probably don't want these to be cake batter consistency. I think when we open up a cake mix, we expect it to be sort of cake batter consistency. I've got drips coming. Okay, so here we go. It is kind of thick, sort of like a cookie should be. So I'm going to grab my cookie scoop, and I'm just going to drop these one at a time on my powdered sugar and let them, just roll them around a little bit and let them get covered. Now it's going to be a little sticky. I'm wondering if it might be helpful to chill the dough just a little bit, but I'm going to try this and see how it goes. Get these pulled out here. It's really sticky, but drop those there. I'll do 4 and then I'll see what I think. we're going to drop them off there. I'm going to put this back, and let's just see how we go here. Get them kind of covered with the powdered sugar. I think they're going to be okay. Okay, I'm actually using a baking stone from Pampered Chef. I've stopped using a cookie sheet years ago. I love my baking stone for baking cookies and making pizza or other loaf breads on there if I make a French bread loaf or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting all of my cookies, my first batch here, made out here, roll them in powdered sugar, and I'm going to stop the camera so you don't have to wait with me to watch all this repetitive happening and get the first batch baked. And then I'll be back to let you see what they look like when they're right out of the oven, and more importantly, I'll give a little taste test and let you know what I think. Stay tuned and come right back soon. Well, the cake mix cookies are out of the oven. They look and they taste delicious. I hope that you can take a look at this. The red velvet with the powdered sugar makes it look so festive and so perfect for Valentine's Day. I hope you'll give these a try. Let me tilt this up. Maybe that will let you take a little bit better look without me totally dumping them on the counter. So easy with just a cake mix, an egg, and an 8-ounce carton of whipped topping. Very easy, very quick, very delicious. If you're looking for a quick treat to whip up for the sweetie in your life, go ahead and give these a try. They come together quickly, they're easy to make, and they're a very moist and delicious cookie. And then as the seasons come around and roll around, maybe you'll come up with a different idea. Leave me a note below and let me know what other flavors of cake mix come to mind and how you would use those to make cookies for your family for a special day or just any day. For Cross My Heart Ministry, I'm Laura McFarland. If you've enjoyed today's video, give us a thumbs up and be sure and leave that comment, and be sure and come back on Friday where we will be posting our next segment in our teaching through the book of Romans. Have a sweet Valentine's week.